Is it running? Hello. Why would I start the video like that, for God's sake? Oh, oh wow, that's just excellent. Hello. I'm bored. And slightly drunk, so I'm just gonna go through all my guitars, or at least the ones I could be asked to get out, and talk about them as much as I can, as much as I can remember about them. So this should be fun. So first up, we have what is this? It's a 2003 Ibanez Geo, which I have completely ruined with a big old sticker bomb of horror movie stickers, but I quite like it. Initially, it was the jewel blue version. From what I can see, because I do have the specs for this thing here. Yes, I did just whack myself in the chin with that. Good stuff. This was, I believe this was when they were still made out of the Gathis, because they switched to mahogany in 2008. Obviously bolt on. It's got the horrible Sat 10 tremolo bridge, which if you do have, either replace or just block off immediately, because they are awful. This one, what pickups did this have in it? The Ibanez PSN DS pickups, which I actually swapped out the bridge humbucker for a Dean bridge DMT time capsule, just for something different, and it does sound pretty neat. It's got a nice hum to it. But yeah, I don't know if you can see this at all, but it's got all your favorite horror movie characters on there. I didn't do the greatest job with it, but it came out okay. Yeah, I just hit the wall with that. That's fine. But actually, it's a really fun guitar to play. Like most Ibanez, it's just got like a ridiculously thin neck on it. Sounds great, super low action, really fast neck. But yeah, it's cool. Get to my vault. Also the 5-way pickup selector for that punchy kind of Strat sound when you need it. Yeah, I really like this guitar. I think it's rosewood fretboard. It's about all I can say for it, really. It used to have chrome knobs, but I swapped I swapped those out for some black plastic ones, which I pulled off an old DC Rich, which you'll see in a bit, and put those on there because I thought it looked better. But yeah, there she is. That's my Ibanez Geo. Let's grab something else at the rack. Okay, up next we've got my Jackson JS30 Double R, which I think is 2007. It's like the lowest end Randy Rhoads style guitar you can get. So it's an older body, bolt-on maple neck, die-cast Jackson tuners, because Jackson just love using their own crap. Same with the pickups as well, but they're not too bad. They're a little weak. You probably want to swap those out. I think they call them the CVR2 humbuckers. Your mileage may vary with these. It's actually a really fucking nice guitar to play, if you pardon the French. I'm not huge on these, but it is very nice. And yeah, made in India, so that's kind of unique, I suppose. I've got a Dean that's also made there too, which we'll get to in a bit. But regular dot inlays, usual kind of neck scale length, 25.5 inch, rosewood fretboard, and yeah, just anything that's Jackson can kind of do on the cheap, they will, including, you know, their own stock stuff. But it's a string through body, which is nice. Got your pickup selector 3-way, and a tone knob, which everybody loves a tone knob. I love a tone knob. So yeah, if you can find one of these in the wild for very cheap, I would recommend picking them up if you like guitars with nice jumbo frets and a very fast neck, because it is super nice to play. Go Jackson, and also sort out your shit, because your guitars are really sliding downhill lately. Just my opinion. Moving on. Next we have a very special guitar. It's a Rocktail Strat of some kind that has been lovingly, as you can see, hand reliced by my good friend Kalen over at Six String TV, he did a whole video about this where he showed you his delicate, precision, painstaking relicking process where he kicked it around a car park in a sport complex, I believe. And then put it up for auction, donated the money to charity, so I had to get involved, and we bid on it, and here it is. Took a little bit setting up to get it in a playable state, but honestly, it does somehow stay in tune. It's not too bad for what is essentially a piece of shit. I have no idea on the specs. I'm assuming it's going to be like a poplar body maybe, or no idea. Anyway, it sucks, but it's also amazing. And actually, for a kind of just a nighttime unplugged bedroom practice guitar, it's quite fun. So yeah, let's get something else out. Also, shout out Six String TV. Go to his channel. He is an amazing YouTuber. Give him all the loves. I will grab something else out here. Hold on. While we're on Strats, I've got here. It's supposed to be an Aria, one of the 50th anniversary Ujima flips. Hold on here. Let me just. I think I've got the specs here. Okay, I do not have the specs here. Fuck it. But yeah, it's supposed to be the 50th anniversary with the dual humbuckers and the coil split switches, but someone has replaced the neck with just a standard STG series Aria neck, but it doesn't really pick up on camera, but it's kind of got this almost sort of roasted, sort of caramelized effect to it, kind of like almost like a gloss finish, but not that sticky gloss kind. It's like a really, really fast neck. Someone's obviously done this deliberately because this thing plays freaking amazing. Super low action, possibly the lowest action of any of the guitars I've got. And I've got pretty low action guitars, but all in all, my experience with Aria stuff has been really good, and this is just honestly one of the best Strat copies I've ever played. And the coil splits on the humbuckers is cool. You can get some really fun sounds out of that. So yeah, check out Aria stuff if you can. My phone is going apeshit. Leave me alone. I'm trying to drink and talk about guitars. Up next, anyone who knows me will know this one. This was the first guitar I ever owned, which I got at something called, if anybody's from the UK watching, a thing called Music Live. Back in the day, it was like a big guitar show that they would put on at like the NEC or like Wembley Arena or something like that. I forget which one it was. It might have been Wembley, but I saw this bad boy and I had to have it. I was your prototypical Slipknot kid back in like 1999, 2000. I saw this for, I think it was 90 UK pounds. But I never really knew much about it up until recently. I've had to clean it up a little bit. It has seen some battle scarring, as you can see. But yeah, to find I mean, be that as it may, is a plywood guitar. So these are regularly ridiculed, as they probably should be. But it's actually pretty fucking great to play. For a metal guitar and for a kid's first metal guitar, you can't really fault it. I couldn't fault it. Pickups are super high output. No idea what they are. The magazine clipping that I found from like 1993 listed them as high power. Tells me nothing. But to find a reverse headstock, kind of reverse harpoon headstock Warlock with a maple neck and maple fretboard, pretty fucking cool. Don't see too many of these too often. The bridge is some kind of a vintage trem, which is absolute garbage. Block it off as soon as you can if you find one of these. These are actually the knobs off the Ibanez. It came with the black plastic ones that I put on there. I swapped them out on this one just because I thought it looked a little bit classier there. But yeah, I've got so much love for this guitar, and at this point if this is 1993, 94, it's near 30 years old now, so super cool. And I am a BC Rich buff. I used to have many BC Rich guitars, but those were sold and traded off for other models, which will pop up shortly. Let me just put this bad boy back, but yeah, got a lot of nostalgia for this one. It's a great guitar. The War. With that maple Fingerboard. Fingers. I need some more booze. Yeah. Okay. So up next we've got this bad boy, which I found fairly recently actually. It is a Dean B-bolt, black bolt. It is black and it has a lightning bolt, but it's a string through. It's only a bolt on, but honestly, it's pretty fucking sweet guitar. The action is insane. The neck is pretty nice. It's not like a V-style profile that you get on the set necks. It's more like a kind of like a D shape. But it's got Grover tuners, which I was quite surprised about, to be totally honest with you. This blade pickup is like a Dean blade. It's got kind of a very high output, but it's got kind of a wet sound. The neck pickup is not too bad. It's got your speed knobs on it though, which is pretty sweet. Your selector, and yeah, yep, I just dinged that. I'm all about it. I really enjoy this guitar. It's a fun guitar to play. I would like to maybe swap these pickups out, I don't know, but it's not really essential right now. They are super fun to use through the CFH pack in amplitude. Sounds pretty damn authentic. Not as much as the Dimebucker, but we'll get to those. But yeah, this is the black bolt. Cool. It's fucking heavy. I think it's mahogany. My arm's hurting. I'll put this down, drink some more. Seeing as we're talking Deans, we have another Dean Dime. This is the Dime Flange. Another made in India guitar. This is mahogany neck and body, Blood Rose special bridge. You've got a Dimebucker in the bridge, and I think just a time capsule in the neck there. Speed knobs on your volume. Blood Rose special in the bridge, which your mileage may vary. I haven't really gotten too bad with it. No real big problem. I love the back of this right here. I spent way too long looking at the back of this guitar, but it's a super fun guitar to play, super high output pickups, and yeah, definitely recommend having a go on one if you can. They are very big and they're quite heavy, but if that's not for you, that's fine. I like it. Yeah, let's move on. This is my Baba right here. This is a 2004 Epiphone Les Paul Standard in Honeybird. I've taken the pick guard off because I'm just not a huge fan of pick guards on the Les Paul, but it's the page top model, and it's a very, very nice guitar. It's one of my absolute favorite guitars to play, but it's that old Les Paul weight, so it weighs a fucking metric ton, which I love. I'm not a fan of this weight reduction they've been doing. I know it's probably necessary and really improves the guitar experience for the user overall, but I'm kind of old school and I want to have my spine and shoulders broken by the time I've finished using one of these for a gig or what have you. But yeah, this is a wonderful guitar, and yeah, Epiphone can do near no wrong in my eyes. Some of their cheaper models really suck ass, but we can talk about that another time. This is one of my favorites. One of my let me see. Actually, I think I've got some specs for this somewhere. I do. So this is set mahogany neck, slim taper profile, rosewood fingerboard with trapezoid inlays, gold Les Paul model silkscreen on headstock. That's pure class. 12-inch fingerboard radius, 22 frets, 24 3/4 inch scale, single ply body and neck, Alnico classic humbucks, all chrome hardware, Grover tuners, the lock tone tunematic bridge with the stop bar tailpiece. It's just, yeah, this is a classy guitar, and I would have every single one of these amazing colors I can see here. But up next we have the Jackson JS 22.7 Dinky 7 string. Comes in a satin black finish. Really nice guitar. Had some problems with it out the box. I wouldn't say problems, but it definitely needed some setting up. That fretboard was dry as ass, which I think you'll find with most Amaranth fretboards. You're going to need to oil them shits and oil them good. But it's a slim C neck profile, one-piece maple neck. It's poplar body, but the weight You don't. I think there's a little bit of dive on it, but your mileage may vary again. It's a dome style control knobs on these bad boys, but again, it's just Jackson kind of die-cast sealed own brand stuff. You might want to swap those out. I'm thinking about it. Same with these pickups. I think if you threw some like Black Winters in here or something, like Black Winter 7s or something, that would be pretty fucking badass. But all in all, this guitar, for the money that you pay, I think they charge a little bit more now. When I got these, they still had them about just under 200. It was 199 I paid for this. The batch sold out, and when the next few batches came in, they seem to have gone up by 15, 20, 25 pound a time every time. So these are obviously getting more and more popular. But for a budget 7-string kind of extended range guitar, you can't really go wrong with this, and it's a fucking great mod platform as well. And the neck is really nice on this thing too. I thought it was going to be a little bit chunks, but it's all good. Yeah, if you can find one of these, definitely pick it up. I think they do a slightly fancier version of this as well, with the extra binding around the headstock and stuff. That's nice. That's a nice touch. But yeah, I shit talked Jackson earlier, but they do occasionally come through in the budget range. But it's the high-end range I have a problem with. Not so much their custom shop stuff, but like, I don't know, when you're paying £600-700 for a guitar and you're still getting a licensed trem and their own brand kind of tuners and stuff inside, I don't know Jackson. I don't know Jackson. Anyway, yeah, let's move on. On the subject of Epiphone, this is the Epiphone 58 Explorer reissue in Ebony, and this is a fucking fantastic guitar. I just censored myself. I could put my own bleeps in. Why am I bleeping myself? Bollocks, shit, fuck. Grover tuners. This is actually made in China, which I don't really give a fuck about that kind of stuff, but some people really do, and I can tell you they're stupid, because this guitar is honestly one of the best guitars I've ever played in my life. Out of the box, I was stunned. Absolutely stunned. Yep, rosewood fingerboard, mahogany everything. I think these are the Gibson Pro Bucker pickups inside. Again, your mileage may vary on that. Some people like them, some people don't. I really dig them. I cannot give this guitar enough praise. It is one of my absolute favorite guitars to play. I use it for lives and gigging and stuff like that. Definitely pick one of these up if you can, because they kick ass. Let's go. 2 guitars left, and we have saved the best 2 for last, at least for me personally. This is another Dean Dime, but this is the Dean Dime Razorback Explosion. It is absolutely ridiculous. I still can't get over this paint job, but the guitar itself is just, it's absolutely like fucking stunning. It feels like it was built for my hands. Mahogany everything, rosewood fingerboard, Floyd Rose original bridge, dime bucker, and I believe, I'm not sure what's in the bridge. It might just be a DMT. Still sounds good though when you're threading up the neck. But yeah, I cannot say enough nice things about this guitar. The neck is super slim, V profile, like the Dimeflage. I keep saying a lot. Sorry, I'm drunk. Leave me alone. This guitar is ridiculous. I've just seen it on the TV. Anyway, yeah, I can't say enough nice things about this. I mean, even the headstock is just ridiculous. What is this? Indonesia? 2012. Grover tuners. Some fancy nut, which I'm assuming is fancy like the Floyd Rose original. I'll be honest with you, I paid for what I paid for this guitar with a Dean hard case on Reverb, with basically the cost of this bridge. So I made off like a fucking bandit with this thing. But yes, the Dean Razorback Explosion. Some of these have still got the plastic on. Some Some of these back covers have still got the plastic on. Truss rod covers still got the plastic on. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane to me. Yeah, I love the razor blade on the fret as well. If you can find one of these, definitely have a go because they are so much fun. But yes, one guitar left, and then I'm done, and then I'm gonna go drink some more because this has nearly been half an hour long. Jesus. And last but absolutely not least, we have the LTD Deluxe EC1000 Vintage with EMGs, all gold hardware, set through construction, which is supposed to be like a combination of set neck through and bolt on. I have no idea what the flying fuck that means. But this guitar is something else. The neck is like no neck I've ever played before. It's kind of like this satin finish, but my god, it's so thin. To see it, to hold it, to touch it, to play it is to believe it. And you can usually, I think new these go for around 1,000, but you can usually pick them up between 5 and 8. This is without a doubt one of the absolute nicest guitars I've ever played in my life. And I've been playing for a very long time. I can't say enough nice things about it, really. I think it's a mahogany everything, ebony fretboard, yeah, gold hardware, EMG, it's an 85 in the bridge, and an EMG 60 in the neck. These weird swirly flag inlays, even the first fret dot, which is Boner Town for me. Tone Pro lock-in tuners, stop tail bridge, just class, pure and utter class. I cannot say enough nice things about this guitar, which I think is out of tune right now. That's not a great look, is it? So yeah, this has been me being a boring twat, saying R a lot and showing off my guitars. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great night. I'm gonna go drink some more. Now I have to put all these fucking guitars away. Look what you made me do. Thanks, YouTube. You give me purpose and chores to do. Good night.